Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS. Review: incredibly refined new engine. Triumph could have spoilt the Speed Triple 1200 RS by adding too much power in a quest to keep up with the super naked Joneses, but they haven't. Instead, they produced a machine in their own inimitable style with a beautifully refined new engine and gearbox that's as friendly as a street triples, although the ride is too firm for the road and has lost some of the old Speed Triple RS plushness. But it's on track, where you can really appreciate the 1200's brilliance, and for the first time, the Speed Triple has genuine superbike performance. Acceleration out of corners is like you've hit the fast forward button, and it carves through turns with the grace and balance of a well-set-up race bike. Braking power is only limited by the size of your triceps, and its traction and wheelie control only help and never hinder you churning out a cracker of a lap. It's finished more conservatively than its flashier rivals, but it's cheaper, superbly built and equipped. Ride quality and brakes. Where the old Speed Triple was wide and chunky, the 1200 RS is slimmer and more compact, feeling more like a light and light street triple. Its 830mm high seat, up 5mm, is narrower and longer, to give you room to move around in the corners, and is one of the comfiest you'll find on any current production bike. Its new aluminum chassis is lighter, and together with the engine's weight savings and 60% lighter lithium-ion battery, the new Speed Triple weighs 198 kg, ready to go, 10 kg lighter than the outgoing model. Its power-to-weight ratio is 2/6 and double that of the 94 original. Engine. Triumph's original 885 cubic centimeters, 1994 Speed Triple produced just 98 brake horsepower and 60 lb-ft of torque, but now, 27 years later and with a dash of Moto2 know-how thrown into the mix, it's powered by a liquid-cooled 3-cylinder a superbike would be proud of. Capacity is up to 1,160 cubic centimeters, and the new engine is chock full of slippery, lightweight parts to help it rev harder and faster. It makes 178 brake horsepower, up 30 brake horsepower on the outgoing 1,050 cubic centimeters Speed Triple, and 11 lb-ft more torque, now 92 lb-ft. The whole engine is a massive 7 kg lighter, with its internals producing 12% less inertia. Bore and stroke is a racier, over square 90 by 60.8 mm, from 79 by 71.4 mm, and Triumph's power curves show slightly more power and torque below 4,000 rpm and around same in the mid-range, before it surges away at 6,500 rpm to its new 11,150 rpm redline, 650 rpm higher than before. Reliability and build quality. Fit and finish is superb, if a little understated for the money, and although the new engine isn't yet tried and tested, MCN owners' reviews for the previous Speed Triple are glowing with no major mechanical or electronic issues. Value versus rivals. It's not cheap, but Triumph have priced the Speed Triple 1200 RS at the affordable end of the super naked scale. If you compare it with similarly spec'd rivals, it squeezes in just under a base KTM 1290 Super Duke R and is a fair chunk cheaper than the Aprilia Tuono V4 Factory, Ducati Street Fighter V4S, and nearly half the price of an MV Agusta Brudale 1000RR. It's a fraction more expensive than the Yamaha MT-10 SP and just over $1,000 more than BMW's S1000R Sport. Equipment. It might not be as flashy or opulent as some, but the Speed Triple is tastefully understated with subtle satin gray or black paint finishes.